Hey there, thank you so much for tuning back in. Today is the second day of the Build Days challenge to build momentum. I'm joining the challenge of Evan Mansma to create a video every day for the month of October, and I'm doing that for my Prim's game channel. Now, first off, yesterday I did my first live stream, and I have to use an app because I haven't reached 50 subs yet, so I can't use the YouTube app. And I figured out that there is some weird mirror screen going on. So I was wearing an Adidas t-shirt and it looked all weird. So that's on a side note. So for the time being, until I reach 50 subs, that's just the way it's gonna be. I think it's a nuts of that app to get me to pay for things. But yeah, these things like I try to keep it pretty bare bones because I'm just starting out. This is an experiment, and my take is always like, if things are meant to be good, people will pick up on it in the most bare bones version. So that's like a little bit on the side note to get started. And yeah, for this video, for all these videos, I used my wingman, Gemini, to hash out all the subjects of the videos. And today's topic is why consistency matters. And you might be thinking like, okay, but this is Prim's game. Is that about self-improvement and all that stuff? But like the bigger idea is also like in these videos, I try to communicate yeah, a bit of energy, a bit of excitement, and also I try to think on the fly, like to put my thoughts into words in a semi-coherent way. And it's something I want to get better at. And I think with these live streams, it's also like a way to capture excitement in general. And I have something really exciting coming up at the end of the month, because in March I joined an incubator. It's all about using AI as a lever for storytelling, and I'm gonna meet up in real life in Vegas at the end of the month. So this is like my runway towards that event, and I'm really excited about it, but I need to make it a little bit bigger. So that's the idea as well behind these videos. So that's another side note. So yeah, to riff a little bit on why the consistency matters. I mean, it feels a bit like an open door, to be honest. But I want to unpack it a little bit because, of course, yeah, it's important. Like for example, in the morning we all sometimes feel like, well, my energy ain't quite there, but still you're gonna do the thing that you are planning or meant to do, and that's for good reason, because sometimes the motion in itself is what will get you in the motion, and then when you're in the motion, things start happening kind of automatically. That's a small part of it, but that's not all of it, because in my mind it also heavily depends on doing the right thing. So you need to, yeah, to reflect and always to be studying the plan. And I think I've been doing that for like, well, since I started working live, basically. But sometimes you need to read about those things. So like, what's a video, for it to really value it for what it is. So like in December, I was reading the 50th Law, and yeah, I'm a huge Robert Greene fan. I read the 48 Laws. I liked it. I think there is a lot to it. I follow the laws, but it's not an easy read by any means. The 50th Law, on the other hand, it is that sort of read. Like, it's the sort of read that you can sit down with for a weekend. You start reading and you get a ton out of it. It's also like a biography of 50 Cent. I started reading it because I liked Robert Greene's stuff, and in the 50th Law, it is really being unpacked. Like 50 Cent, he calls it being a realist. Like a realist is always studying the world around him or her, and is always coming up with his or her own conclusions. And I think that's really important, because what you do by doing so is you start training like your instinct, like your gut feeling that we all have in some way, shape, or form. And that's a really important muscle to develop. But I don't think it's something that we do naturally. But it is important because, the world is always changing. Conditions always change. People always change. Opportunities always change. The whole plan always changes continuously. So that's why, you can't just sit back and relax and hope for the best. Like that's a foolish way of doing things. But you always, in my mind, you always need to be on the lookout for, what is going on, what does this mean, and how can I turn this into an advantage or into an opportunity? And so that's a huge part of why consistency matters. And talking about the 50th law, like it also talks about removing crutches. So, for example, like if you've like a habit that you heavily rely on in order to feel good, just remove it. And I've been doing that in my life. Like I've removed, drinking, for example. That's a big one that I removed. And the only one that I still rely heavily on is caffeine. I still enjoy a good cup of coffee every now and then. But other than that, I just try to be like ultra flexible. And, it also ties into that whole experience. Like you can always do way more than you think. And that's something that sometimes you need to experience that a little bit. And I'm the same as you. I'm exactly the same. Like I need to experience that as well. So that's what this whole October challenge is all about as well. It's about experiencing that a heavy load of creating like a live stream or like a talking head video in which you try to explore your thoughts and ideas. It's essential because it will literally show you that you can do it. And after that month, it's gonna be like, wow, I can do way more, and I did way more than I ever imagined possible. So the reason I mention this is just to inspire most of all, because words are one thing, but actions are something else entirely. And that's also one of the 4 dead laws, by the way. Like never win through argument, but always through action. So words they don't mean much, but actions, that is what it's all about. So I'm not just talking. I'm actually doing. So that's why I really make it a point to do this every day and to be that example. Now, and also a little bit about the 4 dead laws. Like law number 1, never outshine the master. This one, it's so true, and if you've been in working life for any amount of time, you'll see it played out time and time again. Like if people come in and they know things better than everyone else, and they always lose, and they don't follow the simple rule. I find it really interesting. Like Robert Greene always talks about those power dynamics, and it's just beneficial. Like he studies both historical figures and contemporary figures, and like those books, they are quite hard to go through. Like it's not something that you can read in like a couple of days. Like with the 50th law being the exception. Like currently I'm reading The Art of Seduction in the weekends, and I've been at it for a month basically. So that's just to show like the stuff is really dense, but it's also really, really worth it. Now I want to tie it back a little bit back to Prim's game, because that's like the subject matter here, and that's the thing that I try to get off the ground. And I will keep trying at home in every single video. So Prim's game is the name of my fictional universe, and my big idea is to use that fictional universe as the source material to create things with AI. And currently I only have the boring fictional universe for sleep to show for it, but I hope to create more things, but it does depend on getting the word out there. So that's why I'm creating these videos to get some sort of momentum and to get some interest. Now, a little voice in the back of my mind is also like, well, if that stuff kind of works, if the boring history for sleep, if it actually works, why don't you just start a channel dedicated only to that? And that's definitely in the back of my mind. What I'm telling myself right now is that what I want to do is to create something bigger. I want to cast a wider net. So that's why I really make it a point to create these talking head videos and also other sorts of, talking head videos. Like, I mean with on a computer screen and a presentation and so forth. Because I really want to make this little bit bigger. Like, I see Prim's game as potentially something that can be it can be a physical board game, it can be an online multiplayer game, maybe even it can be turned into AI movies. So that's why I want to cast this net quite wide, but also like it keeps the possibility open. Plus, I don't know exactly yet where things are gonna go, but being realist as well is like at some point in time, I definitely will do that evaluation, and maybe in the new year I might decide like it's just gonna be the boring fictional universe. I don't know yet, and that's part of the excitement as well, because a year ago I took 1 day off from work to dedicate to creating some sort of success online, and this is all part of it. This is like the big experiment, and to be fully clear and open about it, like Prim's game, I consider it my moonshot, because I see like the big opportunity, but it's not the main thing I'm focusing on. But I just want to be invested in some capacity, and that's also behind it. Now, let me show you a little bit what I mean by that, because you might see it come up in a video or two just now. So over there I have my foldable workbench, and I have my main camera, really old. It's like a GoPro 4. I use a LUT pack in the editor to make it look a little bit better. And I have my tools in toolboxes right here. I'm a big fanboy of Boss, obviously. Old school toolbox, and my charging station. So I just want to be upfront and open about it, because I'm joining the build challenge of Evan Motsma, and he is a analog creator. I deeply respect and admire him. But I don't want to give the wrong impression, because 80% of my time I'm making build videos. I'm making woodwork videos. So I just want to be open, upfront, and clear about that. What I'm trying to create on that channel is content for families, first of all, like to inspire to build things with speed, style, and strength, like stuff to use for the house. So for example, chairs, tables, cabinets, smaller stuff like kitchen towel holder, a vacuum stand, things of that nature. And I started doing that as my 80% effort, because I saw some traction there. I'm not there yet by any means, but I just want to be upfront and open about it, because else, you might feel like, okay, this guy's talking about a fictional universe, but he also spends a lot of time on that. So that's why I mentioned that as well. So in the description below, I will put a link to my main channel, Jelmer Builds Things. so you know about that as well. Now I'm watching the screen. I've been yapping for 15 minutes, and like one of the big things that I want to get better at is to figure out my thoughts while speaking. And believe it or not, these sorts of things, they don't come natural to me. Like I need a lot of practice, and that's also what I like about Evan Monsmai. Like he openly said, like, well, I wasn't good at this stuff. I wanted to get better, so that's why I started this. And you know, for me, it's the same thing. Like, it's one thing to think like, yeah, man, I can do it, but to actually do this, that's quite something different. And I need to learn, just like anyone else. And I just hope to be that I can be some sort of inspiration, and that it gets you a little bit excited and interested, and also, of course, in the Vegas adventure. And I'm gonna unpack that more in future videos during the coming month, and I hope I got you a little bit interested in Prim's game. If you want to find out more, just look around on this channel, and you'll get some answers right there. Anyways, that's the video for today. Yeah, right now I'm doing this live because it gives me a little bit extra pressure to perform, which I like. It's a good sort of pressure, and I'll make it private afterwards, and then tonight for 6 p.m. it's gonna go public. Anyways, I hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow it's not gonna be a talking head video like this, but tomorrow is actually gonna be a boring fictional universe for sleep. So I hope, yeah, you're interested, excited, and all of those things. And I'll catch you on the next one. That's it. That's the video.